Friends, welcome to our channel GK Success Step by Step. In part 1 of the video, we saw about the various details relating to online application of Ssc Combined Higher Secondary Examination 2022. In this video, we are going to learn about the scheme of the examination, Tier 1 and Tier 2. The subjects involved in Tier 1 and Tier 2. The number of questions relating to each subject, the marks allotted, the total marks, the details about the negative marking. Further, we are going to see about the details relating to skill test and typing test. Indicative syllabus for Tier 1 and Tier 2 will also be discussed here. Further, the requirements to attend the examination such as admission certificate, how to download it, etc. The details will be available in this video. Friends, further in this video, we will learn about post preference. What is document verification and the procedure for document verification? Mode of selection. Apart from all these things, we are going to see how merit list is prepared, how final selection is done, and details about final allotment of posts and the details relating to malpractices. These are the various items covered in this video. Friends, first let us learn about scheme of the examination. The computer-based examination, shortly called CBE, will be conducted in two tiers, Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 consists of 4 subjects. 1. English knowledge, basic knowledge. It is come under part 1. The second one is general intelligence, part 2. Third subject, quantitative aptitude, basic arithmetic skills. This is part 3. And in part 4, the subject is general awareness. This is part 4. These are the 4 subjects covered in Tier 1. Each subject will contain 25 questions. 2 marks for each question. So the maximum marks is 50. The time allotted is 60 minutes. For all 4 parts, please note, for all 4 parts, the time allotted is 60 minutes. Tier 1 consists of objective type, multiple choice questions only. There is no descriptive type. Questions will be set in English and Hindi for part 2 to 4. This is an important note regarding negative marking. Candidates are advised to keep this in mind while answering the question. There will be negative marking of 0.5 marks for each wrong answer. 0.5 marks for each wrong answer. Please note it. Now let us see about the scheme of Tier 2 examination. It has 2 sessions, session 1 and session 2. Tier 2 consists of 2 sessions, session 1 and session 2. Session 1 has 3 subsections, section 1, section 2 and section 3. Each section has 2 modules. Now let us see about the details of session 1. Here the session 1 has 3 sections as we have already seen. Section 1 consists of 2 modules. Module 1 is mathematical abilities. Module 2 is reasoning and general knowledge. Under section 2, module 1, English language and comprehension. Module 2, general awareness. Under section 3, there is only one module. The subject is computer knowledge module. Friends, the total duration for session 1 is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Here, the details of section 1 is given. The module, subject, number of questions, maximum marks and time allowed. Module 1, the subject is mathematical abilities. It will contain 30 questions. Each question carries 3 marks. So the maximum mark is 90. For module 2, subject is reasoning and general knowledge. It will have 13 questions. Each question carries 3 marks. So maximum mark is 90. 90 plus 90, 180 total marks for section 1. The time allowed is 1 hour. Now let us see the details of section 2. It consists of 2 modules, module 1 and module 2. Module 1 relates to English language and comprehension. Number of questions 40. Each question carries 3 marks. Total marks 120. The subject for module 2 is general awareness. Number of questions 20. Each question carries 3 marks. So the maximum mark is 60. 60 plus 120, 120 marks for section 2. Time allotted is 1 hour. In respect of section 3, it has only one module, module 1. Subject is computer knowledge module. It will have 15 questions. Each question carries 3 marks. So maximum marks is 45. Time allowed is 15 minutes. Now let us see details of session 2. It has only one module, module 2. Subject is skill test or typing test module. It has 2 parts, part A and part B. Skill test for DOs come under part A. Time allowed is 15 minutes. Typing test for LDC and JSA relates to part B. Time allowed is 10 minutes. Now some of the important points. Please note, Tier 2 will be conducted in 2 sessions. Session 1 and Session 2 on the same day. Please note, it will be mandatory for the candidates to qualify all the sections of Tier 2. Further, there will be negative marking of 1 mark for each wrong answer. 1 mark for each wrong answer in Section 1, Section 2 and Module 1 of Section 3. So, candidates are advised to keep this in mind while answering the questions. Now let us see about the skill test for DO and DO grade A. It is mandatory. Skill test is mandatory for DOs. No candidate is exempted from appearing in the skill test. The speed, data entry speed of 8000 key depression per hour on computer. It will be adjusted on the basis of the correct entry of words or key depressions as per the given passage. Regarding typing test for LDC and JSA, the medium of typing test will be Hindi or English. The candidates will have to opt for the medium of typing test in the online application form. The choice of typing test given by the candidate in the online application form is treated as final. It cannot be changed. No change in the medium of typing test will be undertaken later. Please note. Further, the typing speed in the sort of English medium is 35 words per minute. In the sort of Hindi medium, it is 30 words per minute. Regarding compensatory time and passage dictators, candidates eligible for scribe will be given compensatory time of 5 minutes. So the duration of typing test for such candidates will be 15 minutes. Regarding passage dictators, they will be provided to those visually handicapped candidates for typing test who opted for scribe the online application. The passage dictator will read out the passage. Please note. There is an important note here. The candidates who claim to be permanently unfit to take the typing test because of any physical disability, they may be exempted from requirement of appearing the type test, the previous approval of the commission. Further, they have to provide a certificate in this regard. Now let us see about the indicative syllabus. The subject is English language. These are the various topics covered in the examination. The first one is spot the error. Next, fill in the blanks. Synonyms, homonyms, antonyms. Questions will be asked based on these topics. Spellings, detecting misspelled words, idioms and phrases, one-word substitutions, improvement of sentences, active, passive voice of verbs, conversion into direct, indirect narration, shuffling of sentence parts, shuffling of sentence in a passage, close passage, and a comprehension passage. These are the various topics covered in English language. The next subject is general intelligence. A topic covers questions of both verbal and non-verbal type will be covered in this subject. Questions on semantic analogy, symbolic operations, symbolic or number analogy, trends, figural analogy, space orientation, semantic classification, Venn diagrams, symbolic or number classification, drawing inferences, figural classification, and punched hole or pattern folding and unfolding. These are the various subjects covered by general intelligence. General intelligence also include semantic series, figural patterns, folding and completion, number series, embedded figures, figural series, critical thinking, problem solving, emotional intelligence, word building, social intelligence, coding and decoding, numerical operations, other subtopics if any. Now let us see about quantitative aptitude. The first topic is number system. Under number systems, computation of whole number, decimal and fractions, relationships between numbers. Questions will be based on these topics. Under part 2, fundamental arithmetical operations, the topics may be percentages, ratio and proportion, square roots, averages, simple and compound interest, profit and loss, discount, partnership business, mixture and allegation, time and distance, time and work. These are the topics covered by quantitative aptitude in first and the second part. Third part is algebra. Under algebra, there will be questions based on basic algebraic identities of school algebra, elementary search, simple problems, graphs of linear equations. Under geometry, familiarity with the elementary geometric figures and facts, triangle and its various kinds of centers, congruence and similarity of triangles, circle and its chords, tangents, angles subtended by chords of a circle, common tangents of two or more circles. Under part 5 mensuration, there will be questions based on triangle, quadrilaterals, regular polygons, circle, right prism, right circular cone, right circular cylinder, sphere, hemispheres, rectangular parallelepiped, regular right pyramid with a triangular or square base. These are the topics covered by mensuration. The sixth part is trigonometry. Under trigonometry, questions may be under trigonometry, trigonometric ratios, complementary angles, height and distance, simple problems only. Standard identities like sine 2 theta plus cos theta equal to 1, etc. Under statistical charts, use of tables and graphs, histograms, frequency polygon, bar diagram, pie chart. Questions will be based on these topics. Now let us see how questions are designed for general awareness. The candidate's general awareness of the environment around him and its application to society. Knowledge of current events. Questions relating to India and its neighboring countries. Please note. There is an important note. For VH candidates of 40% and above visual disability, there will be no component of maps, graphs, diagrams, statistical data in the general intelligence and quantitative aptitude parts. Now let us see the indicative syllabus for Tier 2. It differs from Tier 1. Module 1 of Session 1, Mathematical Abilities. Here, under number systems, computation of whole number, decimal and fractions, relationship between numbers, under fundamental arithmetical operations, percentages, ratio and proportion, square root, averages, simple and compound interest, profit and loss account, discount, partnership business, mixtures and allegations, time and distance, time and work. These are the topics under which questions will be set. Under algebra, basic algebraic identities of school algebra and elementary search, simple problems only, and graphs of linear equations will be considered. Under geometry, familiarity with the elementary geometric figures and facts, as we have already seen in part 1, Tier 1. Triangle and its various kinds of centers, congruence and similarity of triangles, circle and its chords, tangents, angles subtended by chords of a circle, common tangents to two or more circles. Under mensuration, trigonometry and statistics and probability, questions will be as we have seen in Tier 1, but the nature of questions will be different. In respect of Module 2 of Section 1, Reasoning and General Intelligence, the topics will be the same as covered by Tier 1, but nature of questions will be tougher in Tier 2 examination. Similarly, for Module 1 of Section 2, the subject is English Language and Comprehension. The topics covered are given here. Please go through. To test comprehension, two or more paragraphs will be given and the questions based on those will be asked. Similarly, in respect of Module 2 of Section 2, General Awareness, the questions will be based on general awareness of the environment around the candidates and its application to society. It will be framed to test the knowledge of current events and of such matters of everyday observation and experience. Further questions relating to India will be asked and its neighboring countries, especially pertaining to history, culture, geography, economic scene, general policy, and scientific research. Module 1 of Section 3 of Paper 1 relates to computer efficiency. Here, the topics are computer basics and software. Under computer basics, organization of a computer, CPU, input-output devices, computer memory, memory organization, backup devices, ports, Windows, Explorer, keyboard shortcuts. Questions will be based on these topics. Regarding software, Windows operating system including basics of Microsoft Office like MS Word, MS Excel and PowerPoint etc. will be asked. Part 3 relates to working with the internet and emails, web browsing and searching, downloading and uploading, managing an email account, e-banking. Under Part 4, basics of networking and cyber security, there are several topics: networking devices and protocols, network and information security threats like hacking, virus, worms, Trojan, etc., and preventive measures. These two parts are very important. Now let us see about the admission to the examination. The regional office of the commission will assign roll numbers and issue admission certificates to all the candidates, registered candidates. Subsequently, qualified candidates will be issued admission certificates for the next stages of the examination. Here is an important note. The Commission will not undertake detailed scrutiny of applications for the eligibility and other aspects at the time of written examination. So it is the responsibility of the candidate. The candidature will be accepted only provisionally. Candidates must go through the requirements of educational qualification, experience, age, physical and medical standard, etc., and satisfy themselves that they are eligible for the post. Now let us see how admission certificate is issued. Admission certificates for all stages of examination will be issued online on the website of the concerned regional office of the Commission. So candidates are advised to regularly visit the website of the Commission headquarters and regional office concerned. Information about the examination. The timetable and city center of examination for the candidates will be uploaded on the websites of the regional office concerned about 2 weeks before the date of examination. Please note, about 2 weeks before the date of examination. Another important point, if any candidate does not find his detail on the website of the Commission 1 week before the date of examination, he must immediately contact the regional office concerned with proof of having submitted his application. Failure to do so will deprive him of any claim for consideration. Candidates, please note, while addressing any communication to the Commission, the candidate must write registered number, roll number, registered email ID and mobile number along with his name, date of birth and the name of the examination. Communication from the candidate not furnishing these particulars shall not be entertained. This is the caution given by the Commission. Downloading admission certificate. Facility to download admission certificates will be made available 3 to 7 days before the examination of the website of a regional office concerned. You can get these admission certificates. Candidate must bring printout of the admission certificate to the examination hall. Candidates, please note, in addition to the admission certificate, it is mandatory to carry at least 2 passport size recent color photographs, original valid photo ID proof, having the date of birth as printed on the admission certificate. The list of ID proofs include Aadhaar card, printout of e-Aadhaar, voter ID card, driving license, PAN card, passport, ID card issued by university or college or school, employer ID card issued, it may be government or public sector unit, ex-serviceman discharge book issued by Ministry of Defence, any other photo bearing valid ID card issued by central or state government. These are the additional requirements to attend the examination. Please note. Another important note, if photo identity card does not have the date of birth printed on it, then the candidate must carry an additional original document. Example for such documents, matriculation certificate, mark sheet is issued only by CBSE, ICSE, state boards, birth certificate, category certificate in proof of their date of birth. In case of mismatch in the date of birth, mention the admission certificate and the photo ID certificate brought in support of date of birth, the candidate will not be allowed to appear in the examination. This is the caution given by the Commission. Now the points related to persons with borderline disabilities. The PWBD candidates availing the facility of scribes shall carry medical certificate or undertaking and photography of the scribe's photo ID proof as specified therein. Candidates without these documents will not be allowed to appear in the examination. This is an important point. Now let us see the various points related to post preferences. The examination is being held for multiple posts for various ministries and departments and offices. Preference for various posts and departments will be taken from the candidates through online option form on the website of the Commission before declaration of final results. Please note, preferences for various posts and departments will be taken from the candidates through online option form. A candidate will not be considered for a post and ministry, department or organization if he has not indicated his preference for it. Further, options once submitted shall be treated as final and will not be changed subsequently under any circumstances. Candidates, therefore, must be careful in exercise of such options. Please note these points. Candidates who do not submit their post preferences on the website of the Commission within the stipulated time will not be considered for any post in the final result. Such a candidate shall not be provided with another opportunity also to exercise preference for post and will be solely responsible for the same. Further, any grievance received in this regard in any form shall not be entertained by the Commission and will be summarily rejected. So it is mandatory. In respect of post in BRO, requirements of physical standards, physical efficiency tests, and medical standards for the post of LDC in BRO is available at Annex 16 of exam notice. Please go through. Candidates should ensure that they fulfill all the required standards before opting for the post of LDC in BRO. Posts once allocated as per merit cum preference of the candidates will not be changed subsequently due to failure of the candidates to qualify in these standards. This is an important point. Another important topic is document verification. In view of the decision of the government to expedite the recruitment procedure, document verification will be conducted by the user department or organization after declaration of final result. It is not the responsibility of Staff Selection Commission. This is the procedure for document verification. Candidates will have to submit copies of various documents at the time of document verification by the user department and organization. These are the various documents: matriculation or secondary certificate, education qualification certificate, order or letter in respect of equivalent education qualification claim. Another important note: after scrutiny of the certificates or document of the EQ, caste, category, etc., if any claim made in the application is not substantiated by certificate or document at the time of document verification, please note the candidature of the candidate will be cancelled. Now let us see some points related to mode of selection. Minimum qualifying marks in Tier 1, Section 1, Section 2 and Module 1 of Section 3 of Type 2 examination are as follows. In respect of UR, 30%, OBC and EWS, 25%, for all other categories, 20%. Candidates will be shortlisted for Tier 2 examination on the basis of performance in Tier 1 examination. Normalized scores of candidates will be used to determine merit and for final selection. There may be separate category-wise cutoff in Tier 1 and subsequent tiers for different posts. Tier 2 examination will be conducted for all the candidates qualified in Tier 1. In Tier 2, all candidates will be required to appear in all three sections. Please note. In Tier 2, it will be mandatory for the candidates to qualify all the sections. Please go through these details twice. Based on the aggregate performance of Section 1 and Section 2 of Tier 2 examination, candidates will be shortlisted for evaluation of Section 3 of Tier 2 examination. The candidates who are not qualified in Section 1 and Section 2 will not be eligible for evaluation of Section 3 and they will not be considered for further selection process. Please note. Now details regarding Section 3 of Tier 2. Section 3 of Tier 2 is qualifying in nature. In other words, both modules, that is computer knowledge test and skill test or typing test, are qualifying in nature. Skill test for DOs is mandatory for all the qualified candidates. Typing test for posts other than DOs is mandatory for all candidates except those who are exempted from appearing in the typing test. Merit list. It will be prepared on the basis of overall performance of candidates in Tier 2 examination only. Merit list will be prepared on the basis of aggregate marks scored in Section 1, Section 2 of Tier 2 examination only, subject to qualifying Section 3, both modules of Tier 2 as per the qualifying standard fixed by the Commission. Now let us see about final selection. Final selection of candidates in each category will be made on the basis of overall performance in Tier 2 examination and preference of post exercised by them. Once the candidate has been given his first available preference as per his merit, he will not be considered for any other option. Please note, candidates are therefore required to exercise preferences of post very carefully. The options or preferences once exercised by the candidate will be treated as final and irreversible. Please note, final and irreversible. Subsequent requests for change of allocation or service by candidates will not be entertained under any circumstances or for any reasons. The final allotment of posts is made on the basis of merit cum preference of posts or departments given by the candidates, and once post is allotted, no change of post will be made by the Commission due to non-fulfillment of any post-specific requirements of physical, medical, education standards. What it means? For example, if a candidate has given higher preference for a post and is selected for that post, in that case, if he fails to meet the medical, physical, or education standards for that post, his candidature will be rejected and he will not be considered for any other preferences, and no correspondence in this regard will be entertained by the Commission. This is an important point. Another important note, the result will be declared only once by the Commission, and no further nomination of candidates would be made in the event of candidates not joining subsequent to the conduct of document verification by user department. In such cases, the department may take further action regarding carrying forward of vacancies in accordance with the extant rules. Reserved vacancies. SC, ST, OBC, EWS, ESM, and PWBD candidates who are selected on their own merit without relaxed standards will not be adjusted against the reserved share of vacancies. This is the first point. Such candidates will be accommodated against the unreserved vacancies in the post as per their position in the overall merit or vacancies earmarked for their category, whichever is advantageous to them. Please note. The reserved vacancies will be filled up separately from among the eligible SC, ST, OBC, EWS categories. Please also go through these important notes regarding relaxation of age limit, etc. One more important point. A person with benchmark disability who is selected on his own merit can be appointed against an unreserved vacancy, provided the post is identified suitable for persons with benchmark disability of relevant category. This is an important note. What are the eligibility conditions for appointment? Success in the examination confers no right of appointment unless the government is satisfied after such inquiry as may be considered necessary that the candidate is suitable in all respects for appointment to the service or post. Please note the candidates applying for the examination should ensure that they fulfill all the eligibility conditions for admission to the examination. It will be purely provisional in nature. If on verification, any time before or after the examination, it is found that they do not fulfill any of the eligibility conditions, their candidature for the examination will be cancelled. All India service liability. Please note, candidates selected for appointment are liable to serve anywhere in India. That is, all these posts carry all India service liability. Candidates on final selection may be allotted a state or union territory or zone by the user ministry or department or office concerned. Such candidates may be required to acquire the proficiency in local language of the allotted state, UT, etc. for confirmation of the candidates to the allotted posts by the ministry, department or office concerned. Candidates, please note, if a candidate scoring more than cutoff marks in any tier or stage of examination is not qualified for subsequent stage or final selection due to any reason, he must represent to the regional office concerned of the commission within 2 months of the declaration of the result or 2 weeks prior to the conduct of next stage of the examination, whichever is earlier. This is an important point, please note. If a candidate is finally selected and does not receive any correspondence from the commission or the user department concerned within a period of 1 year from the declaration of the final result, he must communicate immediately thereafter with the user department concerned. Now let us see how the tie is resolved in Tier 2 examination. In the event of tie in scores of candidates in Tier 2 examination, merit will be decided by applying some of the following criteria, one after another, the given order, till the tie is resolved. Marks scored in section 1 of Tier 2 examination. Next, date of birth with older candidates placed higher. Next, alphabetical order in which names of the candidates appear. Regarding malpractices, if a candidate found to be indulgent at any stage in any of the malpractices during the conduct of the examination or thereafter, their candidature for the examination will be cancelled. They will be debarred, note, they will be debarred from the examination of the commission for the period mentioned against the malpractice. Based on the malpractice, they will be debarred from the examinations. For example, taking away any examination related material such as commission copy of admission certificate, answer sheet, etc. from the examination hall, they will be debarred for 2 years from attending the examination of the commission. Further, the commission may also report the matter to police or investigating agencies as deemed fit. The commission may also take appropriate action to get the matter examined by the authorities or forensic experts concerned. The decision of the Commission in all matters relating to eligibility, acceptance or rejection of the application, penalty for false information, mode of selection, conduct of examination, allotment of examination centers, preparation of merit list or post allocation, debarment from indulging in malpractices will be final and binding on the candidates. The decision of the Commission is final. No inquiry or correspondence will be entertained in this regard. Under para 25 of the notice, 21 important instructions to candidates have been given. Some of them you have seen already as notes in this video. Candidates are informed to read all the instructions at least once. Friends, now we are at the end part of the video. Please go through the details given in this video twice or thrice, as many times as you require. Then only you will get clarification. Further, you please go through the notice, 70-page notice given by the Staff Selection Commission. You will get all the required informations. Thank you. Wish you all a grand success.